I'm
We
getting the computer going.
And we're quiet.
oh no, Nenny died. Just kidding.
It's than anything.
Woohoo!
Chicken brown cow.
Perfect. There we go. All right. So with my new desk setup, I've actually got my Surface over here that's running Twitch now. I love it. All right, guys. Welcome. It's been not a full week. We got Saturday in, as you guys have all seen. We had it up on a live stream with Godorak's cell phone. May not have been the best, but we had fun, and that's the important thing, right? And I hope
It'll
you
be
guys
better.
had fun too. Any of you that watched, to give the rundown of the story for what happened last week, and to bring us all up. Last week, the adventurers left the forest, headed to the Spirit Guild, received their reward. Godorak made a deal with the brother to heal and get everybody basically the equivalent of a long rest. As they rolled into the Riverwalk Inn to sit down and eat, they were greeted by one of Simbir's nemesis. Appeared to be the general, and there were kind of several elves, wood elves, in the inn, and they attempted to ambush. A fight ensued. The inn inside was pretty much wiped out. A few tables broken, a couple ones burned down, a lot of dead elves, and 2 dead patrons. Bill, the bartender, is sitting currently at the bar with our hardy adventurers as they are drinking. They learned the history of Simbir and why these guys were looking for him. And what else happened, guys? I think that's it.
Well, minus me killing a demon.
Well, yes, the general was a demon.
I mean,
that is correct. The general was a demon in disguise, and it was actually made for a very great battle. Not creative gust of wind use battle, but this was hands down a
damn good one.
a brouhaha, right?
It was a bar brawl.
Good fight. It was a good bar fight. So
It was.
as we roll into the scene, we're back at the Riverwalk Inn. We're back with everybody surrounding the bar and all talking while Bill is there listening, still in shock, cleaning the same mug he's been cleaning for a good solid 15 minutes.
Is the barmaid still hiding in the back right
Still
now?
locked in and trapped in the room with the ale casks
Back here.
and the food.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, we also, I don't know if you said this, but we had Godorak make us a
That's right.
delicious meal.
That is correct. The barmaid is actually technically up here. We were not able to symbolize that in what we had. But she's up there. The kitchen itself was unlocked, and that's where Godorak went and made your guys' meal fit for a king.
It was
Well,
good.
that's why I ate it.
Yep. So,
Did Lord Razband or Brother Razband go and get the town guards to come and clean up the bodies?
he has left. That's right. He has left, but he has not come back yet.
Are we gonna have to give our reports or whatever to the town guard as well?
More than likely, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you guys. It's really, as you guys start talking amongst each other, this is kind of the time to build a story, time to figure out what you want to do.
I mean, we could just duck town, right, guys? Nah, just kidding. That's what I want to do, but
Dennis, what time of day is it again?
It's evening.
We probably need to sleep then.
Doors are blown open. They themselves aren't broken. The crossbeam that was used to lock the door, which is used to bar it at night, is broken.
Nenny, will your spell repair that or no?
No, it would not. It would be a mend spell that would be needed to.
And then he doesn't know that, so he just goes up and tries.
Okay.
Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
It's now no longer
No, nothing.
dirty. It's very, very clean.
Nothing.
A shining broken door. Attaboy.
The door itself's not broken. Remember, it's just a cross.
Oh yeah.
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 It's empty. Any patrons that were in here are gone, except for the 2 dead bodies that are lying literally at your guys' feet.
That is disgusting. Should we move these or?
I thought that's what we had this guy, the dwarf, and then were they taking care of that?
The dwarf and the giant, or the half giant?
Big dude.
Really
They
big.
left. They left, but and Brother Razbad left. But you guys, he went to get the town guard. It's only been. I mean, the fight lasted what, less than a minute. So, you guys have been sitting here for 15 minutes. There's not been enough people to try to raise alarm, other than the two that took off before the door got slammed shut.
Yeah, guys. Here's the thing. This is gross, but where are we gonna put the bodies? I think we wait for everybody. But what are we gonna do now? I really, really want to ride those griffins because I think that'd be really cool.
Do you remember what the guy said we had to do in order to ride the griffins?
I think there's a dragon or something we had to fight.
Yeah, pretty sure we have to kill a dragon. That sounds
That's right.
exciting.
Do you guys
I
want
think we
to?
should go clean out the sewers, finish up what's left down there.
Oh yeah.
We could get lost there. There's a lot.
There's still that dark mist that's down there. That dark
I think
guy.
a dragon is a
A little tougher than what's down there.
Guys, I've already been swallowed once.
Do you want
It
to
worked,
swallow it
Kyrus.
again with
You
all of
saved
us,
me.
or?
Kyrus, you saved me. I think we'll be okay.
I don't, and I'm arrogant, so I think maybe we'll defer to the arrogant guy who says, "Why don't we go clean up whatever street urchins, potential drow monkeys, goblins, whatever, down in Schittsburg? I mean the sewers." And then once we, then maybe we go fight some dragons.
Yeah, we did. We got the money.
Yeah, we got paid.
We.
I think we decide what we want to do because I'm getting tired. I don't know about you guys. That was 2 pretty big fights one day. I almost died. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, Kyrus. So I'm down for let's decide what we want to do tomorrow, and then let's go to sleep.
Like maybe if you guys, it's been a big couple of days. We killed were-rats, then the ginormous shambling mount thing, and then another demon. I think it's been kind of eventful. I might slow things down just a teeniest little bit.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything tomorrow. We can wait for the dragon in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys want, we can go to the market, and I have tons of
I wanna go to
swords
the market.
that we can pawn.
Yeah, I still have that heavy crossbow from forever ago that I need to get rid of.
As I'm holding up the bag of holding right here.
Hey,
I got
do you guys think I could make some money in arm wrestling? Oh,
You guys see a very small figure walk into the door, and he's short, very plump, long flowing beard. He's got a staff that he carries with himself. He's very nervous, and he walks in and he's like, oh dear, oh dear, Wow. Wow. And he's just like shocked at what he's seeing right now.
Are you from
Um,
Wisconsin?
Are you guys here to? Are you the adventurers?
Dennis, I back away from my stool with a little flourish of my cape. I believe the term you're looking for is heroes, in which case that would be us.
He's
Oh,
correct.
forgive me. The bloodshed has made it so I wasn't able to do this. My name's Gleb. I'm a tinkerer. I need some assistance, but I need some privacy because I got to share this with you. If you guys are willing to help,
Well,
Much we,
Gleb, as you can
Help with
see,
butt clap.
the only people that are here are you, Bill, who feeds us, which means we trust him implicitly, and
Absolutely
everybody
does.
else is dead.
he kind of looks over at
I
Bill.
see you point to the bodies.
Then he does laugh. Then he's like, "Yeah, you guys."
Like Gleb, these are not unconscious. These are
It-
not unconscious.
They're not
These have gone
drunk.
on to the great golden fields of whatever wood elf hippie crap that they believe. Actually, these guys were
Hey,
bad
man,
wood
we're
elves.
right here.
Yeah, they've probably gone to a concrete jungle of shame where they
There it
will work with industrial parts and
Probably a
making
mine.
machines
That's
and
where
crap.
they are. They're in a
I
mine
don't know.
with
They
some
were
dwarves.
dead assholes, but
You
they're
know
not going to
this
tell
guy-
anybody.
This guy's a no, right? You guys can finally. He actually kind of lifts his head up a little bit. The cow, and you see the big bulbous nose, and he is definitely a no. And he kind of looks up and he kind of looks over at Bill, and he's like, "No offense, Bill, but I don't want you hearing this." And
And then he hops down, goes over to his fellow short friend, puts his arm around his shoulder, and says, "Listen, Bill's a good guy. I don't know why. What's wrong with Bill? What problem do you have with Bill?"
it's not a problem with Bill. I just don't. I can't get this out. This can't get out.
Can't get out.
He says, "Yeah, the gaming room's empty."
All right, but just trust me. Trust me, little dude. What you want to do is you want to go up there and get some of the food. It's awesome.
He goes, "Thank you, Bill," and he just starts walking back towards the gaming room.
No, you're going the wrong way. It's up here.
Hey, Dennis, as soon as he goes into the room, I lean over to Bill and say, Bill, whatever he tells us, I'm going to come right back out here and tell you, Bill, because that's how much we trust you. Then I
Bill
give him a
looks
little, like a homie smack on the shoulder and grab my beer and roll to the game room.
And then
appreciate that.
he grabs a serving of the food that Godorak made
Mhm.
and carries it.
I give
With
Bill a
him.
little nod before we go, just to acknowledge him.
So he's kind of sitting at one of the tables, waiting for you guys to come back in.
Dennis, I just lean up against the door in case
Okay.
I have to kill more demons.
Okay.
Hey, trust me. I told you you went too quickly. So I got you this food. Here you go.
Why, thank you. He just kind of looks at it, and he doesn't touch it. But
It's offensive.
he sits down, and he lays the staff up against the table, and he's sitting there looking at his hands, and he's kind of doing this with his fingers, and he's nervous, and it's you can tell he's trying to work up a way to say what he's trying to say to you guys. I created something, and it got loose,
Is this an
and
Ultron situation we're walking into?
I can't find him. It's Scott, whatever he's got going on.
It's the cocaine.
Yeah, I think so. and oh, it's Stroopwafels. So he's like, yeah, I call it the Gold Eater, and
You caught the what?
The
it's the
Gold Eater?
Eater. He likes gold,
So wait,
and
you created
If we
something
kill
that
him, does he
gold?
well, I was
give us gold?
tinkering, and I was playing around with some ooze, and this happened, and
I have a question for you. If
uh-huh.
he eats gold, what comes out the other end?
Oh, it's a good point.
I have not seen that happen yet, little one. I can't call you little one because I'm little. Um, yeah, good sir. I have not seen
Hello.
that happen yet. He
You can,
just
you can,
every
you
time
can call
he
me
eats
Nenny the
gold,
Great.
the
Nenny the
more
Great.
gold he eats, the bigger he gets. So, in he ate all my gold and escaped.
How much gold are we talking here? That he ate, I mean. Not that I'm going to take it all. Most of it, probably.
Well, let me do the math. Give me a second. And he starts counting out. Moving his one finger, shakes his head, goes back, and he's just playing around, and he's just kind of figuring it out. And he goes, probably, 180, about 180 gold pieces, which was all I had in that room.
Does he do anything with the gold when he eats it? Like, or does he just eat it and then it's just gone?
It I don't know.
Like, does it make him stronger?
It makes him bigger. As he ate the 180, he went from here to here.
Can you describe what he looks like?
It's black and looks like ooze.
Wait,
I know.
so you were tinkering with ooze that eats gold,
Well,
and it's
it
black.
didn't eat gold when I started tinkering with it.
Oh,
I gave it the ability to eat gold by accident.
okay, that seems like a terrible thing to do. So you lost something that's smaller than you and me. So what do you need us to do?
Yeah, why
Hunt
don't
it
you
down,
just go run after
find it, help me find it
Well,
before it gets bigger.
what
Hey,
was it
Dad.
before it ate
Yep.
gold?
Oh, can I roll an insight to see if he's full of crap or if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to make sure he's not trying to sneak us and there's some gelatinous ooze in our pockets right now eating our own gold.
And Dennis, I've just assumed that he's too stupid to be lying to us.
13 is what you rolled. No, you 100% think this guy's like. You get the sense he's extremely nervous that this thing is out there, right? And
it. He's genuine.
he's being genuine in regards to this. So he kind of looks at you and he's like, listen, the reason I didn't want Bill to know is because if this thing gets out and it starts eating all the gold in the city, and if he grows like he did, I can only imagine how big he gets.
That is a problem. Do you know
So,
any weaknesses that it might have? Anything that we can use against him to stop him, kill him?
He's like, well, what pissed him off, which made him run, is I was testing different things on him, right? So I was just trying to go, okay, I created you, how can I stop you, type thing, or kind of that aspect. And all I know is it's immune acid never worked on him. Cold never worked on him. And then when I tried to slash him with a weapon, that definitely didn't work.
Hmm.
What about fire?
Hey,
Yeah, did you
wait.
use fire?
Here, Darren, just a second. When you when you slashed him with a weapon, did he eat the weapon?
No.
Because it wasn't
Oh,
gold.
okay.
No, this is my first one.
Oh boy.
So what possessed you to make something that eats gold?
Well, I wasn't trying to get it to eat gold. I was actually trying to make it happen so it'd eat rocks, right? Because I wanted it to help with the farmers around here. And if I could create this ooze that would go out and help a farmer plow his field and eat all the rocks, then it would be okay. But
But if
yeah,
you created the ooze and you don't know how to stop it, what if it kept eating rocks and got as big as a mountain and ate the mountain?
I listen. I didn't think things through. I'll admit that right now. But I was just trying to help.
Obvious.
Have you tried silver? Does it eat silver?
No, I only got to the point, and when I tried to slash it is when I got upset.
And you slashed it with steel.
So did you? Sorry, I interrupted. Theron was asking if fire hurt it.
Well, yeah, fire hurt it a little bit, and that's kind of what I think started to make it mad. And then when it saw me come after it with like a sword, that's when it like stretched itself as tall as me. Because look, I'm not that tall, right? And kind of hovered over me, and I thought he was gonna eat me, and so I ran.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Do you have any children?
no,
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right, don't ever have children because like you don't take children, things that you create, and try and burn them and stab them. Like that's a bad idea.
No, that is savage. Just so savage.
I'm just being honest. So, where's the last place you saw him? It, her,
Whatever.
whatever.
I catch
Z.
glimpses of it throughout the city, right? So if I'm looking for it, every once in a while I'll spot it, and as I run to where it's at, he disappears. He goes into like the ground, or I find he'll go into cracks of doors or windows. He's just he runs away.
Is he bigger now than he was when he escaped?
Yeah.
How big is
How
he
much?
now?
How much bigger?
Oh, who's not Nanny? Who's the next shortest?
I think probably me. I'm 5'9".
Yeah, he points to Sinbeer. He's about his size.
Not great. How long ago did you last see him?
What's that?
How long ago did you last see it?
About 5 days ago.
Oh boy.
So, what's in it for us if we help you locate this metal-eating ooze?
There's no gold in it because he ate all his gold.
Well, I'm assuming the gold is still inside. So my thought process, and this is what I was thinking about as I saw him getting bigger as he ate my gold, because I really, you can kind of see it floating in there, and it just kind of expands after it eats it. Is if he's eating or stealing gold from people, he's gonna have a whole bunch in him. So
Good
I
point.
mean,
So your payment is the potential of maybe some gold that this monster ate that were stolen from someone else in the town that we should take as payment.
I would say that yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Not shady at all. Okay.
I just wondering if you'd be willing to help, because I mean I've heard so much about you and what you did for Abukia with the were-rats and with the big thing out in the forest, and I mean word gets around pretty quickly around here.
I got a question for you. When you heard about us, What did they call us?
Well, the adventurers, that's all they've been calling you. But now I'm going to tell everybody, nay, they are not adventurers. They are heroes. That is
Okay.
how
Oh,
I will
boy.
tell them.
I do like this, but they don't have any names. Like they don't call us by name or know any of our names.
They know
Um,
your names. They know some of your names.
What names do they know?
They definitely know Theron, this guy here. I mean, and he points to you, Theron. Everybody's heard of the wolf. That's kind of the nickname they've given him. Don't ask me why, but that's the nickname they give him. And then you're yes. And anyway, Lord Kyrus here.
Lord
He
Kyrus.
he is impressive, right? We've heard about Lord Kyrus and how he crossed the sea to help slay the creatures here. That's what we've heard. Now, Godorak here, we've heard he fought in arenas across the way. And that guy there, I'm not too much sure about him other than I know he's sneaky. That's what people have called him, the sneaky one.
He's the sneaky one. I'm glad they've heard of Lord Kyrus. And I lean in and whisper, not so subtly.
Yeah.
If people don't talk about Lord Kyrus, kind of gets to him. I'm glad that they know who he is.
But you, I know you. Everybody talks about the little one, and that's about.
The
Can you
little
stop?
giant. That's what he is.
Can you have people stop talking about me?
Oh, you don't want to be talked about?
No, I don't.
Well,
Particularly.
if you didn't want to be talked about, you might not want to do heroic stuff.
Oh, I guess no ooze then. All right. Whew. I made my decision really easy.
Oh.
Load off his back.
And he goes, he just kind of gets really nervous. He's like, listen, if you guys find it, you don't have to approach it. Get word to Gleb, that's me, right? And I'll go and hunt him down. I'll take care of this. It's my mess. I'll go. I just thought you guys would be heroic. And he gets up and he starts to walk out the door.
Now hold on. So you're gonna say that you're gonna go get this thing and you're gonna get all the gold inside this thing? Come on, guy.
Well, I created it. I set it loose. I got to figure out how to stop it. And he shrugs his shoulders and deep sigh. All right, he's trying to totally pull a guilt trip on you, and you guys
Yeah, of
you don't
course
even
he
need an
is.
insight roll, right? Even
of
if
course
it
he is.
kills me. And he walks to the door right next
hope
Hey,
to.
good luck, Webb.
Yeah, it does. I raise my mug and toast him.
And he looks at you and he's like, out of everybody here, Lord Kyrus, I thought you would be the hero.
Well, Gleb, can I offer you some quick insight before you depart with your tail tucked between your legs?
Yeah.
2 things. 1, you made a mess. 2,
Yep.
you want us to clean up the mess, but you can't help us in where we should start.
Yes.
We have no idea how we can find it. You've made a monster that will likely now consume tons and tons and tons of gold until it becomes so big that at that point, we will more than happily step in and destroy this thing. But until then, we'd be looking for a needle in a haystack or power within Abukia. These things just are impossible to find. I don't know
get
what you
that.
expect us.
Well, I was just hoping that you'd say, hey, yeah, we'll look out for it. And if we see it, we might pokey it.
We will look around for your slightly invisible monster that eats gold, if nothing else, to protect our own gold. And if we find it, we'll do everything that we can to destroy it because we understand that you don't have the ability to do that.
Well, I
Two questions
appreciate
before
that.
you go. 2 questions before you go, Gleb. You said you're a tinkerer, right?
Yes.
What do you normally tinker? And I mean, as a potential reward, what kind of things do you make?
I'm thinking hypothetically about half plate armor for the future king of the Elven Nations. I mean, that could be right. I like Sigur's ideas here.
I mean, I dabble and tinker and fix and repair lots of things. It just depends on what it is.
Can you top 5 things that you've tinkered? I don't know. Just give me something here. What are we talking about?
I was going down the right path here, and he was going to be impressive. Then he got mad. So number one, I would say this thing I created was pretty impressive, right? But the other way, right? So two, number two, I created a shovel that when you dig it into the dirt to get a weed, it actually has something on the front of it, and it comes over the weed and grabs it, and then I just pull, and it's got some. I cast a spell on it, and it pulls the weed out, right, roots and all, and it helps farmers really good. And so,
Okay. We're not farmers. We're not farmers.
Oh, okay, that was my second best one. My third best one was I took piping, right, and I attached it to a trough and ran it into a home. And guess what? In the home, they get water and it runs into the house, right? That's my third one.
Could you do that with like fire or something that's like a little bit more destructive? Like
I might be able to. I'd have to sit down and tinker.
Okay. Continue. Sorry for interrupting.
The fourth impressive thing I did is I got a chair, right? And I took this chair, and I got some. Again, I cast magic, and I got these little balloons up here, and they these bags full of air, and it was floating, and it took the chair up, and I lost my apprentice, but it went up high, and yeah, that was pretty impressive too. And then do you want more? I can keep going.
Yeah.
How many?
Please do. I'm trying to find something useful.
How many apprentices did you have that you've lost?
I have, or do I have? That's a good question.
How many did you have you lost?
Oh boy.
I've lost 4. I've lost 4.
4 apprentices.
Total or recently?
That's part of being an apprentice of a tinker. Is it's kind of a dangerous job, right? Because we test things out on our apprentices.
So, I hear you keep saying spells. Why don't you just use spells to do what you're trying to accomplish with your tinkering?
Crack the thing.
Because I don't have, I'm not that powerful. I cast little things that that can and he reaches over to the oak, and he goes, and it does stuff like this, and he touches it, and you see the oak just kind of form itself together, and you see it reach out, and it kind of pulls itself together, and it mends itself back, and it goes. I can do stuff like that every once in a while, and then I can cast these little things, right? That's all. I'm not like super powerful.
Okay.
So what's your fifth thing that you were about to say to us? What's the other thing that I guess that you've made?
Well, 5 and 6, they're kind of a tie, so I'll talk about them both, right? And so, gold, right? We all love gold.
Yeah.
So if you go out to the river and you pan for gold, you can get little teeny pieces of gold. And there's these little, and it's really tough because it gets in the fine dirt and they're really fine flakes of gold. Well, I created this device, right? That if you put it up on a stand and you set it out and you spin it and it turns around, right? It takes that little teeny fine pieces of gold and pulls it away from the dirt. That is pretty cool.
That could be useful for trapping the beast.
Hey, I got a question.
Okay.
All right, Simbir. Sorry, we're gonna let you go, little dude. Like you go do your thing. But just so we know, and I use prestidigitation, and I create what I think he's described, a small miniature of it in the palm of my hand.
Yep.
I say, is this what it looks like?
So, roll a performance check.
Okay.
So he didn't tell us the 6th thing, so just curious about that one too. Not great.
Glad that was a performance check right there.
Yeah, no, that doesn't look like it at all. You gotta lift it up higher, and it's not triangular, right? It's a cylinder.
Okay. All right. So I cast it again.
Okay.
Try and get it right this time.
You're almost there, right? So almost there. You gotta see the inside. See how you got the inside smooth there? It needs ridges and grooves. That's what it needs on the inside.
All right. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if this looks any better.
How the hell do you change it from a cylinder to a square, and then inside is round nodules, and you have no legs on it? That's what I
All
said.
right. All right. Did you just say, how the hell did I do that? You
Yes.
have a creature that you created that eats gold that you didn't mean to. How many of your creations did you
But
make that did
I'm
exactly
sitting
what they
here,
were
you're
intended to
asking me
do?
for advice, and I'm describing something to you, and you create something that's completely not what
All
I
right.
described.
This is the last time I'm going to try this with you.
Okay.
How about this one?
That's it. That's exactly what I meant.
All
I'm
right.
still I'm a little flabbergasted at how you went from cylinder to square. That's confusing to me. Anyway, Mister
It's a month.
16,
Come on, he's not a
16 that
scholar.
I created, right? This one's kind of cool.
Guys,
You know
guys,
how?
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
Take off, Noni. I
Are
want
you
to
going to
listen to
eat this
this.
food? Are you going to eat this food, by the way?
No, you can have it because he's already
All right.
out the door.
Okay.
You know how when
Denny-
you ride a horse and
Yes,
you want to ride it for a long time, and
of course.
you can't because you need to sleep, right? I created a stick that you set into your saddle, and we attach it to your saddle, right? And it attaches, and it's like a lever, and it comes up and pokes you in your back a little bit, and you can lean back, and it lets you sleep while you ride your horse. That one's pretty cool.
Not bad. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but not bad. We'll keep an eye out for it, okay, buddy? We'll let you know, Gleb.
I appreciate it. I thank you so much. And he looks at Lord Kyers, and he bows. Thank you, Lord.
Raise my mug and in the back of my mind, make a mental note. Gleb is almost worthless.
I lean over to Kairos and whisper to him, "What a freak show, right?"
Dennis, is he leaving yet?
Yeah, he's out. He left.
So I'll walk with him out the door, and as he walks out the door, I'll hold his shoulder at the door, and I'll sit there and say, "Well, think about it, but first you need to do something." And I point to the door hinges and the board that's laying on the side that's broken, and say, "Fix this real quick." And I turn around and walk back to the game room.
Okay. He's like, as you're walking back, he's like, "Sure thing, Wolf." And he looks, he turns, and he's like, "The wolf asked me to do something." And you hear that part as you walk into the room, and there.
Celebrity status.
All right.
That was a waste of time. We need to drink a little bit more.
Listen, I was
Yeah,
drinking the whole
Dennis.
time. I don't know. I'm not mad at him.
We need
I don't
another
think so
drink.
either.
What kind of moron makes a monster that eats gold? How about a monster that eats crap? And then we could let that
Okay.
monster go down into the sewers and eat all the crap down there. That
Real
would be a
quick though.
monster worth making.
I mean, he could have created it to eat gold so that, he could have it all.
Yeah,
It depends. Is he devious or is he dumb? That's kind of the thing. It's I'm teetering between both.
I'm gonna go with dumb. And I'll tell you why. Because we don't even know where to look for this stupid thing. And just being upfront, if we find anything, anytime that we're traveling anywhere, so far, our method of resolution involves stabbing, shooting, kicking, punching, crushing, destroying. So if we find it, I mean, we'll
Sure.
find out if it keeps gold or not.
Listen, if it makes me stronger, it makes me stronger, right? I'm all about that level up.
Well,
So
Here's one thing we do need to think about. If by chance we do see this thing, I wonder if it's going to eat silver, and all of our weapons are silvered. The last thing we want is that thing to take our weapons.
Good point.
You guys,
And I'm
But so far, he said it's only eating gold, right? So
yeah.
you guys hear a knock at the door. Gentlemen, and you guys recognize it's Brother Razban. Gentlemen, and he comes in. The watch is here.
I'm sure they want to talk to us.
Brother Razban, didn't you tell him everything that happened?
Yes, but they want to speak to you.
Oh,
Oh,
they want to
boy.
speak to Lord Kyrus. I get it.
What's the general feeling there, Razband? Are they want to talk to us because they want to, hear the feat, or do they want to talk to us because they're a little concerned about what we did?
No, it's really they need your side of the story more than anything else. We've got two
Okay.
dead citizens in here, and that's kind of why they're. I went over there. You know how excited I get, and that was exciting, right? But I kind of had a hard time explaining it all to them
Okay.
because I was scared. That was a demon that came out.
Yeah. Razman,
Fair
that's
enough.
what we do with demons. We stab them and stab
And
them and stab
murder
them
them.
until they go back to the hills they came from.
All right.
time.
Well,
Let's talk to
let's
these
get
guys.
this over with.
All right,
All right.
you guys walk out and you see a tall, officious-looking man there. Big old mustache kind of hanging down. He's wearing chainmail with the city's tabard on it. And he looks at you all, and he just immediately turns towards Lord Kyrus and says, "Good evening, Lord. My understanding is," and he kind of looks around. "You can explain what happened. We've had not only did Brother Razband come and grab us, but we also had two concerned citizens that said there was a brawl about to erupt." And he looks around, and it looks like it finished.
I
Hey,
lean
Dennis,
over to
before
Theron.
I was gonna say before Kyrus talks, I touch him on his shoulder and I whisper guidance.
And I lean over to Theron. And I'm like, I told you they wanted to talk to Lord Kyrus. It's not us. They just want to talk to the Lord.
Good. And I
So
put
I
my hood
cast
up.
so I cast guidance on Kyrus.
Okay.
Dennis,
So you
I
get-
scream murder hobo and roll for initiative. No, I'm just kidding.
I was 100% prepared for that.
Murder hobo!
That is terrible. Terrible.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we would be
look,
gone then.
You guys, I got to get the XP however I can get. I mean, I just, I have needs.
Well, we can fulfill one of those tonight with one of the ladies, right?
Yeah. Unila's looking for a demon slayer. She knows where to find one. What's up, girl? Yeah, Dan, I try to match his officious, regal, bro to bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the reports are all true. We were accosted by a group of wood elves that apparently are being led by demons. Bill saw almost the majority of the entire fight. I think that he would tell you a similar story. We came in from visiting with the brethren over at the Abukia sanctuary, and immediately upon coming in to get our night's meal, we were accosted. And of course, you know how this works. We're going to defend ourselves, and in the process, we're going to try to defend the town. But through the resulting melee, when the elves realized that they were losing, they just started indiscriminately stabbing and shooting at anything that they could reach. And so we do have two town citizens who are dead alongside the majority of the elves and their demonic leader.
He just kind of sits there and he's processing everything you said, and he goes, That's basically what Brother Razvan said. So,
Razvan, Bill, at this point, I believe our actions have defined enough of who we are and what our role here is with Abukia, who is basically worthless, and we have to do everything to help her. But beside that, we're also committed to, helping clean up, and we've spoken with Bill. We've already donated any of the funds that were found. We've donated those to Bill to help him clean up. And I'm sure that if the families that have been affected by the loss of these, two other citizens, I'm sure that collectively we can figure out something to try to help them.
he looks over at Bill, and Bill's still cleaning the mug, and he goes, "That true, Bill?" Bill goes, "That's true," and just keeps cleaning the mug. And he was like, "Okay." Looks to the two guards. Could you take them to the healers, see if there's anything that can be done? And turns to the other and goes, "Strip the elves of their armor and their weapons if they have any. We're going to sell that and provide it to the families or the healers, depending upon what comes out of this."
Their weapons are gone.
But he doesn't know. So
and I'm kind of embarrassed, Dennis. Like, I'm embarrassed that I'm saying it this way. In the process of ensuring that there wouldn't be any further threat to the city, we've made sure that we have already claimed their weapons and their armor. And if you'll direct us to who we could speak with for those families, then we would prefer, if possible, to make personal and direct approaches to those families to see what we could do to help.
that he just kind of looks. Give me 1 second, because I got the name for you actually. So give me 1 second.
And I don't know if you want persuasion or not, but I mean, if it's against what he would want, then I roll.
Well, no, he just kind of sits and thinks about it, and he's like, "I'd prefer to give it to them, but if you guys have been, from what I've heard, more than on the up and up, so if you're willing to do that, I'd start at the Healers Guild. Obviously, it's not gonna be immediate, right? We need the gentleman's name. He's you guys dealt with Dragonborn before. He's a little haughty, so his name's Yorkel Vic, and he's the guild master over there at the Healers Guild. He'll see if he can do anything for the citizens. Bring him back. Yorkel, Yorqull, Vic. Yeah, 2 words. 2 words. That Vic's his last name. He's Dragonborn. He's the guild master of the Healers Guild. Yep. I would say if you arrive in probably 2 to 3 days, he will be ready to receive you and provide you guidance on what to do with whatever you choose to help out these families.
Sounds like we're in agreement then.
Thank you. And you just see the 2 guards grab one, fourth guard comes in, helps the other one grab the other, and they take off. And he's like, "Bill, mind if we close this up so we can collect the bodies and you'll be able to open in the morning?" Bill's like, "Be my guest."
Hey guys, just so you know, there's a lady back in that door, and then he points over here. I can't get the door open, but she's terrified. And anyway, just wanted to let someone know. You may want to help her out.
Yeah, Bill's like, it's Francine. She's not coming out right now. And the guard goes, all right, I'll get to it. And you see him walk over, and if you guys want to make a perception check, he's whispering through the door, and you just still hear her sobbing.
Perception it up. Oh wow. Nope.
Godorak and Theron, you just hear him say, hey, you hear him say, whisper, Francine, it's good. They're gone. They took care of them. I know one of them was your brother. He's going to be taken care of. They're going to take care of it. The heroes are going to take care of it. You're just doing everything you can. And she sobs, and she's like, you hear her go, they're all gone? And he goes, yeah, all the bad guys are gone. And then you hear a click, and the door opens up, and she pokes her head out, tear streaked and stained face, and she just kind of peeks around and sees the dead elves. Yep. Yeah.
But they're gone, aren't they?
Mhm. Yep. Sweet. What do you guys? So she pokes her head out. She looks, and she sees all the blood and all the dead elves, and she closes the door real quick again. And she goes, I need those. I'll come out when they're removed. And he's
Hey
like,
Dennis, then I'll help remove dead hippie elf bodies outside.
okay. So, okay. So you guys
What they
start
deserve.
dragging. The captain looks at you, and he's like, that's mighty decent.
Nenny's gonna go around and clean up all the blood with prestidigitation.
Okay. And Bill's just kind of. Yep.
I'm walking around picking up chairs and tables and and clean up the mess on the table that was on fire.
By the way, I've got the coolest thing that they gave away for free last month or 2 months ago. Show you. I didn't realize this. Find it. I can go little toasty thaumaturgy action. So if you cast like flame stuff,
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
Can
so
you
I
do it
can
in a
go.
cone?
Yep.
okay,
Ooh.
that's cool.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah, so I can go like this. Because this is basically would be actually it'd be this table that was the one that was burned. So we can go here. Wait, probably alt. Okay. Then where is it? It is this guy right there. It's only one quick one. Yep.
That's
Oh, that's
dope.
this one right here.
By the way, we already put that fire out. So,
Yep. So-
but what I was going to say is Nenny is exhausted.
Yeah.
So he's going to, once he helps
Yeah,
clean up,
It takes you guys probably 25 minutes to 30 minutes to clean up, get the bodies pulled outside, and once that's done, Francine comes out and she hugs the captain of the guard and just buries her face in his chest. And Nenny goes to bed.
Yeah, Dennis, I'll follow behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna take off to bed as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. It's one thing when I went wireless. It's a little slower. Well, I just want to find out which one is the closest. Yeah, they're Bill kind of looks at you and goes, "There's really nothing too close. If you go north, kind of up by the academy, the Crafty Inn up there they'll be open. If you go all the way over towards the Sages Guild, there's the Hawkvag Inn, and that's really kind of all we have around here. So which one do you head to? Which would be the Crafty Inn? Okay. So who's all going to bed?
Bed.
Bed. Okay. So
Everybody but Godorak. Uh-oh.
all right.
is this going to be the old guy
Yo,
who goes
on.
out at night by himself and gets killed in the back alley?
This is Sam Elliott going in to do some roadhouse action.
Roundhouse kicking.
Let's see here. Crafty. All right. Oh no, we're gonna have some fun things for you. So you walk into the Crafty Inn. It's a very small, sparse inn. Let me.
Oh, that's great.
Don't die.
No need to apologize. You're fine.
So it's it's kind of a decorated. It's got all different beautiful crafts in it. It like unique things that have been created, hanging on the walls, added onto the tables, just all throughout. It's not busy right now. It's kind of tight space, but as you saunter up to the bar, um, he goes, "Hey, how are you, sir? Welcome. The name's Becker. What can I do for you?" "I got that. How strong do you want it?" "Ah, you see him reach down because he was reaching down and grabbed one bottle when you said yes, please. He puts it down. You see him grab another, and he goes, "Do you want the bottle or you just want a glass?" Okay. He pours you 2 fingers worth and sets it in front of you, and slides it over to you, and he kind of leans. He goes, "Rough night?" Day. Yeah, I've had a few of those. Let me know if you need anything. And he walks over to another patron real quick. And hmm, okay, roll a performance for me.
Juking out.
Oh yeah, it's good. So as you start strumming it, you kind of hear the talk die down a little bit, and um, people are actually paying attention to you as you're strumming it. They're liking the music. Nobody's. Yeah, I'm assuming it's explain kind of what you're playing. Eh, okay, it's a very melancholy kind of soft music. Are you gonna sing with it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. As you go back to humming, they kind of listen for a little bit, and then the talk starts back up again. And give me a perception check, please. Okay. So you hear you hear a few people talk. They're like, "Yeah, Jessup's at it again. He's got the gauntlet going. His reward is up to 200 gold." Yeah, I saw Jim do it last week, and he got his ass handed to him. That's what you heard there from the two of them talking. And you hear Becker talking to somebody else, the bartender, and you hear him talk about um, a haunted house. So, and then as you continue to play, he kind of gets up, and heads over to you, and he's got the bottle, and he pours more into the glass to top it off. He goes, "You're from that? Are you with that group? Because I've never seen you around here before." Well, I mean, we do get visitors around, but we don't get a lot of people willing to take on were rats. Now, so let me ask you this: you guys do work? I mean, are you guys here? Somebody hire you? Are you out for hire? What do you guys do?
But then his eyes fall upon Kyrus and he realizes that's why, right there.
Yeah, so there's this haunted house, and he goes, "Bear with me. I know people are believe or don't believe, right? Just bear with me." He's like, just outside of the city. There's rumor that this house is filled with animated objects, and I've seen one. right? One that's supposedly coming from this house. What I'm willing to do, and this is if you're up to it or whatnot, is I'm willing to pay 100 gold per animated object you bring out of that house. Functionally animated. It's got to be basically. If it's animated, does that mean it's alive, right? So
Is this
basically,
Gleb's house?
you got to bring it back alive. Okay.
Freaking Gleb.
Yeah, no, yeah, and he's like, but here's the only thing I know is they don't like to be caught. That was the one thing that person told me. They will resist capture. Now, he also told me a story. It's an abandoned, empty house that nobody goes into, hence the haunted house, right? So, there's it's also supposedly protected by living plants. Now, that part I don't believe, but I definitely believe the animated objects are trying to protect themselves. So he literally says the one object he's seen um, was a little dagger, and it was actually it had an eye on it, it had a mouth on it, and it talked, and it like literally was flying in the air on its own in a cage, right? So you can bring me something like that. It's well worth 100 gold per item you can bring me. And obviously, if you find anything else in the house, nobody owns it. It's fair game. Oh, I'm always here. This is my home. Not a, it, it's I'm a member of the Craftsman's Guild, but my craft is this inn. Oh yeah, Gleb. Guy's a bit off his rocker, but he's done some amazing things for this town. No, he's part of the Tinkers Guild, but in reality, the Tinkers Guild is a bunch of Glebs, right? So, bunch of guys off their rockers trying to figure out how to do things and simplify stuff, but he's pretty good. So if you guys are interested, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Just wanted to let you know that there is that out there. And he goes and he sets the bottle down. Enjoy, and he walks back. Okay. All right. So we're all back at the inn. You all get a long rest again. So any damage you've taken that you're not healed, you're healed. You've all leveled up. 4 now. You guys are. Yep. So make sure you guys are all level 4.
Yeah, level 4 here.
Done.
And you wake up. What do you do?
So hungry after now
Super
having
hungry.
extra hit point space.
Nenny is going to check all of his gear to make sure there's no gold missing.
Smart.
There is no gold missing.
Okay. Then Nenny, he keeps it close to him because he does not want to leave it where some made up potentially creature could couldn't get it. And then he's gonna go and get some breakfast.
Okay. You guys can move yourselves back into the inn if you choose to.
Sir.
Actually, on the way out, did we all know that Godorak went out and about?
No.
No.
He's an
Okay.
adult. He does what he
Alright.
wants.
Y'all went to bed. Stayed. As far as you guys know, he sat in here before he went to bed.
Okay. Nenny goes to the table that is charred because last time he claimed that as their own table.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
That is our table. So Nenny is sitting at the charred
I'm-
table.
I'm gonna join Nenny.
Okay. Chairs are sturdy. The table where it's charred on one of the sides, you can see that somebody slapped some wood up against it and nailed it in. You know, it's still a little sturdy, and smells a little bit like smoke right around here, like, you know, fresh little fire. But that's your table. So
So we just motion to Bill that we want breakfast.
yeah, Bill nods his head, and he kind of says, kind of yells a little bit, "Francine, breakfast!" And she comes back out and brings 5 bowls, right, for you guys, and then a big steaming pot of porridge, and she sets it down on here.
Hey, Dennis.
Yep.
Delicious.
As she comes by the table with her tray with the porridge, I'm
Mhm.
gonna put 5 gold on her tray just because I know that was her brother that got killed last night, and I'm just gonna put it on there.
Okay. She looks at you and she says, "Thank you," and her eyes
But this can't.
immediately. So
I want to write those griffins, but I've
I
been
don't think we're ready
told that
for
we
that
have to
yet.
kill a dragon, and so that's too much. So whenever Lord Kyrus stops acting not like himself and wants to step up to the plate, then I'm going to fight a dragon.
Okay, maybe let's do something to build the strength a little bit first, Nenny. I know you've got those gloves and they're making you feel all confident, but
Listen,
let's
you know
let
what?
everybody else catch up.
If we're not going to go and fight a dragon today, I think it would be fun to go into market, and I'm going to set up a table, and I'm going to make some money to see if anybody's willing to arm wrestle me to see if they can win.
I do want to go to the market. I want some of that studded leather. So I'm down for the market.
And I do have that 7 sets of armor and weapons that I do want to sell.
Oh, and yeah, I got that crossbow I want to sell too, so that's good.
Hmm.
Sorry, what did
Chicken
you
or
just
haunted
say?
house?
Right.
A haunted house?
I lived in a
sounds
haunted
dope.
house for a long time, or the equivalent. Overrated.
Rewards, eh? Now I definitely want to go to the haunted house. Yep, let's hit up the armor really quick.
I'm gonna lean to Theron as people are kind of cleaning up and getting ready to go, and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, Theron, I know you explained a little bit about the tattoos that you have. Do you still need to go get a new one now?"
Oh, actually, you're right. Maybe we do that while we're out. We'll go swing by there too.
Yeah. If you go, I'll go with you because I want to see what the other one looks like. I'm kind of curious as to what path you go down.
Love it. We'll do it sometime in the afternoon.
Sounds good.
But first, the armorer.
Dun dun dun. Because
So
I
you
got
guys,
splint
you
armor.
guys head into market. You find a stall. There's hides, leather, all sorts of things hanging from within the stall. You see perhaps one, maybe two things of studded leather armor hanging up there. You see belts, you see boots, you see a lot of different stuff, and he's the main guy sitting down on a wooden chair, and he's got a table in front of him, and you see that he's making a long belt right now. And you walk in, and he's like, "Can I do for you?"
Well, I'd like to get some of that there studded leather armor. I've also got this heavy crossbow. Not sure if you'd be interested in looking at that.
I don't deal with weapons. Yeah, that's not me.
Fair enough.
But
How much for the studded leather?
he looks over at it, and he goes, 50 gold.
50
Handmade.
gold?
Yep. Handmade. Worked hard. 50 gold.
$50 gold. And how much do you pay for the armor that I have on?
I don't want it. It's beat to hell.
Well, he's not wrong.
Dennis, without any sarcasm at all. Well, that's what happens when you actually wear this stuff in combat, which is probably why
And,
it's
save the town.
Yeah, that's awesome. I admire somebody who's willing to use what it's meant for. That means you're going to be a great returning customer, or not.
Or die in the line. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Dennis, I'm gonna do a persuasion roll. I'm gonna see if I can get him down to 40.
All right, roll away.
See if this will work.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Wow.
You forget the art of persuasion, and he kind of looks at you,
100%.
and he's like, "Yeah, no. I'm not budging. It's 50 gold, and you actually insult me for asking it for 40."
Yeah, all right. We'll just go with that.
Before he does, Nenny walks up there. He's like, listen. Let me help you out here a little bit, Kairos or Simir.
Oh,
Simir.
Oh boy.
Just a second.
I don't know if I
listen,
want to do this.
I don't know if you've heard about these guys. Not me. It's just these guys. These are the heroes that have been saving the town, and I'm gonna try and persuade him down to 40 as well. Just say, trust me. Like if you help them out, it's only gonna help you out because everyone's talking about them. Everyone's looking at these guys. Yeah, I'm sure you've got your brand on your stuff there. Help him out a little bit.
Performance.
Oh, sorry, persuasion.
No, it's
I
performance.
clicked the wrong one.
Oh no,
Okay.
it is persuasion. Sorry.
Persuasion, yeah.
Nope, I clicked the wrong one again. There we go, persuasion. There's one above it. I was off by a little bit.
He looks at you and he's like, kind of laughs a little bit and goes, "I like you.
Thanks.
he does like you.
I listen. 45 gold.
Done.
45 gold is where I'll be at. That's
That's a done deal. Okay.
right.
So,
And what is his does he have a brand on his his stuff? Like, does he have a signature that's on there essentially?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't brand anything.
Okay.
Hey,
I'll
Dan.
tell everyone where to get it though.
As I see Simber putting on that sexy studded armor, I'm looking to see if there's any more studded armor over there.
There's one, and it wasn't hanging like it wasn't on the dummy like this one was, and it's just laying there right now.
Okay. So while I'm there, I asked the guy, I said, what's wrong with that one laying down?
I haven't finished it yet.
Are you adding anything special to it?
No, I just need to finish it up. It's I've gotta I gotta work on the shoulder a little bit on one of the shoulders. I can have it done. If you want it, I can have it done by the end of the day.
I pull out 25 gold and I give it to him. I said, hold it for me.
Okay.
I'll pay the rest when you're done.
Okay. And he pockets it, and he takes the belt. He's like, give me 1 second, and I'll start on it. And you see him real quick look at it, stretch the leather out, and he looks at it, and you just see 2 shears come out real quick, where he makes the tongue of the belt, and then he pulls out a little unique tool, and he just punches hole in the leather real quick. And the belt's already been done on top, and he tightens it up, and he goes, "All right, I'll get on it. It'll be done before dinner."
Okay. I'll see you later.
All right.
Okay. So I do need to sell that armor, and I think there was another place, right, that bought armor. Wasn't there like? No,
Yes,
I
the
mean
Go to the
to
guild.
sell weapons.
Yeah,
Sell
sell weapons. Yeah, I want to go to sell some weapons too.
He doesn't even have chain. He's all leather. This is a leather maker. Yeah. Yeah, the over at the Craftsman's Guild, you'll find the blacksmith.
To the blacksmith.
The smithy.
Hey, Dennis, how far was the place to sell the weapons from here?
From where you guys were at, let's actually pop this up.
Yeah, because I'm with you there. I got the crossbow. I got a short bow, and then a dagger. I gotta just unload. Not
So you guys,
expecting much, but
so you went from Riverwalk Inn, which is here.
Okay.
You walk down to the market.
yep.
Now, if you wanted to sell weapons, and the leather will direct you. He's like, listen, if you want to sell those weapons, you go to the Swordsman's Guild. They'll help you out there.
Okay.
And he's like, for armor, that's up at the Craftsman's Guild. They got the blacksmith there. I'm actually a member of the guild. My shop's up there. I like to sit down here, do my work in front of people, and it tends to get me more business than sitting it up there, right? So if you guys go there, you should be able to get some sort of armor up there. Or if the traveling blacksmith's in town, depending on how long he plans on staying, he may be able to make you something more beefy.
So there's nothing really else I want here. I'm actually kind of want to go grab my horse.
Yeah.
And go head over to the Swordsman Guild on horseback.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
And then afterwards, I'm going to go back up to the Sage Guild. And I let Nenny know that that's what my plan is. So if Nenny wants to tag along,
You want to go to the academy.
or sorry, the Floria Academy, that
Yeah.
we're going to go hit the Swordsman Guild, and then on horseback, we're going to go up to the academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't we need to
Then
sell all the armor at the Craftsman's Guild?
Oh,
yes,
Don't we need to
that's
sell
where
the
you would
armor at the
you would
Craftsman's
sell
Guild?
yeah.
sell the armor there,
So
sell
maybe
the
we go,
weapons here.
so maybe I'll
So I'm
go
gonna
to
sell
Swordsman.
weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. southeast, kind of in the beat up area out here. Yeah.
So, do we want to meet back up at lunchtime somewhere? Since it's morning, we can go run a couple of errands and meet back up somewhere.
I'm gonna tell Theron, hey, you go to the
Why don't we
Swordsman
just meet
Guild.
back at Riverwalk?
I don't want to go to the Swordsman Guild. I'm gonna hang out at the Craftsman Guild. When you guys get there, I'll see you there. And then he is going to go and find a place he can sit somewhere in the middle of the guild where people are doing business. And he's gonna try and see if anybody is willing to make bets on whether he can beat them in a arm wrestle.
Okay.
Fantastic use of your day. I love it.
Okay, so we'll plan on eventually meeting back at the Riverwalk Inn, but I'm gonna hit the Swordsman,
Yeah,
then
I'm
the
going with you, the
Craftsman.
Swordsman, and then the Craftsman. Yeah, I'll go
right.
with you.
Okay.
Same. I'll go lend my +7 persuasion.
Couldn't you use that before, guy? Come on, man.
He liked watching you.
I struggled.
I
mean,
I'll tell you that. It was
we
not
learn
good.
through failure.
And that's
Yeah.
fair. You know what? I'm
Jesse.
getting my terrible rolls out in persuasion checks. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That was awful.
All right, you're at the Swordsman Guild. What do you have to sell?
Okay, so I have short swords, long bows, and quivers.
No. We have some of the finer elven crafted, hippie elf crafted weapons. Probably not very common in this area, and of course we'd be happy to sell these as we already have blades sufficient for our use.
He looks at him.
I mean, look
He's
at the
like-
intricacy on this hilt.
It's amazing intricacy, but
Do you
5
really
gold
want to tell
each.
this face no?
5 gold
5
each.
gold each.
Per sword?
For short swords?
First sword. Yep, on the short swords.
And then we still have the bows and the quivers.
Yeah, I've got a crossbow, or a heavy crossbow, I should say, that I'm looking to sell, as well as my old short bow, restrung to perfection, by the way.
25 gold for the heavy crossbow. 25 gold for the longbow.
No, not the longbow, the short bow. Not the longbow. I'm keeping
short
the
bow.
longbow.
I was hoping for that longbow.
Nope.
I have 7 longbows.
10
7
gold.
longbows?
10 gold for the short bow.
You couldn't have given me one so I didn't have to buy one?
Do you want one? I'll give you one. We'll
No,
just sell
I have
this.
one. I have one
Bought one.
now. I bought one. That's what I'm telling you. I bought one. No, it's cool.
We just
so-
procured these.
So, 25 for the crossbow, 10 for the short bow.
Yep.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
And I look at Simbeer and I say, before I sell these quivers, how many do you want? And each one is
I'm
full.
good, dude.
All right.
Just give me. I've got the efficient quiver, so I don't really need any quivers. But you want to give me those arrows? I'll take some arrows.
All right. So I give you want 20, 40?
One. Yeah, give me 40. Give me 40.
Okay. So I look at the guy and I tell him, you can see I have 5 quivers that are full.
60 arrows. Great.
He's just looking at it. And he's kind of going, okay.
And Dennis, as he mentally calculates everything, I kind of step in and put my hand on his arm so he understands the gravity of the words coming out of my mouth. You understand that we are raising funds for 2 of the families who lost their loved ones in last night's violence. This is not just money for us. This is coin that will go to their families as well.
Roll persuasion.
With advantage?
Yeah, Dave looks menacing, so definitely advantage.
Not gonna
Yeah,
be
eat
needed
a
on
dick,
that roll.
bro. Do you want to disappoint the orphans?
He's giving you the puppy dog eyes, the Kairos puppy dog eyes. The most beautiful eyes you'll ever see.
They don't have damn arrows in here for pricing.
I think they're a copper, Dennis.
I think they are too. So he'll give you the full copper instead of being, for each arrow. He was gonna really kind of. So that's what,
So,
50 arrows.
No, 100 arrows.
100
There's
arrows.
there's
That's 100 copper, which is a silver piece, or 10
One-
silver.
Oh,
10 silver.
hold on.
One
No,
gold,
Dan, I
right?
just looked them up. They're one
Yep.
gold each.
What?
An arrow? No
Bro.
way.
Okay, I'm gonna send this link, and then you guys are gonna cry. I'm just saying. Hold on. Where do I?
Actually, let's find out right here.
Just pop it in the
there we
roll
go.
20.
It's 1 gold per 20. 1 gold per 20.
Oh. So that's 5 gold.
Okay, I'll take 5 gold.
And are the longbows? He looks at it. Actually, no, Simberi, you bought your longbow before you guys fought.
Yeah,
as well, so
I bought my longbow. Yeah, I
before
bought mine.
before you guys collected them.
Yeah. Oh, is that is that right? Oh, okay, then never mind. Then
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. He gives you. He goes, 1 sec, because he's been working out of a small little lockbox, right? Of handing gold out of there. He goes, 1 second. He grabs the lockbox and he walks into a back office, and he comes back out with a bag,
Wait a minute.
and he's like,
Of course,
"I'm
that's not
doing
right.
this because this is going to the families." And he hands you a bag, and it's basically 350 gold.
Holy cow!
Mama, do you know?
You're a
See, that's
generous
7
man.
bows, right? No, 6
Yeah,
bows. Yeah,
7
7 bows.
Seven bows.
7 bows. I've got one.
Yep.
Sell all 7. Sell them.
So 350 for the gold, for the bows, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
And he goes, and he literally looks you in the eyes, and he's like,
You don't.
"I expect this to benefit the families, as was promised by Lord Kairos."
And you see me just nod.
Give him a bow or a curtsy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got you full price for those bows.
Yeah, and they're used.
Yep.
True story.
Used by dead men. Heyo.
How used were they? Not very much.
Not very.
All right.
And I tell him, thank you very much.
So how much loot was that, Dave?
So it's 390 for the old people, and I actually slipped in under all those elven swords, the were-rat swords, and he gave me 5 for it too. So we made 5 each for us.
Huh?
So everybody here gets 5 gold from the were-rat swords, but that's still
Okay.
390 gold for.
No, so hold on.
Hey, you didn't say anything. You took the swords, damn it.
Caleb, no, hold on. No, Caleb got his 5 gold for the sword.
Now,
Kairos negotiated for you.
Yeah,
you get
Kairos
10
negotiated.
gold per sword.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like, look,
Okay.
Dave, I have advantage and sexy persuasion.
Okay.
You don't want to tell this face no. Like, you wake up in the morning, you're like, how can I make Kairos happy?
I don't know who
Give him
doesn't do
full
that.
pop. The only people who don't worship demons and apparently want to die at the edge of my blade.
So we have 425 for the families.
Nice.
So how much do
Solid
we get per
donation.
longbow?
We got he gave
50?
us 350. Yeah, $50 a longbow.
Nice.
He gave you full price for the longbows.
Exultante.
So I have 425 for the family, and then I have 10 gold for each of us.
Sweet.
Are you going to give me my 10 when you meet up with me?
Yeah, just go ahead and put it in your thing now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
in.
that's
now.
why I was asking.
So
Can't accuse this group of being murder hobos. We take care of the families of people who died that didn't even have names.
No, they didn't.
Well,
That's how
But
good
they
we
have
are.
a sister.
they have a sister who has a name.
And the
Yeah,
sister
her name's
feeds us
Francine.
food. And I
And
don't want
Death.
nasty
She's a good
bees on my
woman.
food.
She's a good woman.
If Matt
Yeah.
Olson was part of this group, Francine's butt would have been groped and then blamed
Yeah.
on someone else.
I should have done that. Some sleight of hand.
In
Not
Death,
a-
his name was Robert Paulson.
Listen, my sleight of hand is a +8. I'll take that chance.
So Dan, we're gonna head up to the Craftsman Guild.
Okay.
And as we're riding up there, I let Caius know that I have the 7 sets of armor for the elves to have at it.
Charm those bastards.
So you get
No.
there.
I'm saying the armorers, so they pay
You
full
get to the
price.
armorer, and he's just banging on a shield right now, on the anvil, just working it, folding the roundness of it. And he looks up at you and goes, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
Excuse me.
And you
And-
guys see Nenny sitting there, arm wrestling people too.
How big is the group around me?
It's a pretty decent sized group.
Nice.
Yeah,
We'll get to you in a second.
I figured. I've been waiting.
He's got a decent circle of people around him in the yard. He's got a barrel sitting in front of him. He's got an arm on it. And that's kind of what you guys see right now. And a bunch of people are surrounding him, laughing and pointing at other people, and they're shaking their heads, and it's money's exchanging hands there too. But the armorer goes, "What can I do for you?"
And I'm with Kyrus, just kind of. What type of armor did they have, Dennis? I just wrote down 7 armor. I didn't write down what type.
They're like rangers or archers or whatever. It's probably lighter, right?
It was
Not all of them.
just normal leather armor.
So why didn't we sell this to the leather guy?
Because
Oh,
he
because
doesn't
he
buy
didn't
it.
want to buy anything.
He
That's
doesn't
right.
buy used stuff.
Also,
I have a leather armor I'm gonna hand to you as well, so you can sell that too.
So 8 pieces of leather.
Yeah.
okay.
I got my thudded.
The
Oh, by the
heaviest
way,
I have is splint.
Splint, did you hear that? Kodarak?
I got one. And he looks at you and he's like, "Probably gonna have to modify it."
I would because my chainmail is so beat up, but for now I'm okay.
Couple of days. No, and I don't have all the stuff I need to make it either. Traveling blacksmith usually comes through town. Usually he has most of the ingredients. And he sits there and thinks, and he's like, "I don't know if any of the lords are having anything made lately. I'll have my apprentice ask around." Because if one of the lords are going to have their decorated armor, he might help. No, but if that's the case, because I don't like working for the lords, right? So he gets paid good coin. I'm helping a brother of the craft, type thing.
The human lords, not
For the most
half-elven
part.
lords.
Exactly. Those are humans who gross.
But
Did you just say gross to humans after you make fun of elves all the time?
The perfect fusion of elf and human is indeed the half elf. It's the best of all worlds, truly, when you think about it. And trust me, I've spent a lot of time thinking about it.
He looks at you and he's like, "Listen, with the modification, it's going to be about 253 gold."
Deep, but worth it probably.
Yes. You gonna roll persuasion?
I'm like the human honey or discount machine, right? I mean,
Just honeypot them.
good sir. So 2 things. 1, I would be genuinely interested in getting some plate, as I think would go to rack. And we would be willing to go to the merchant and see if we could procure the necessary items that you would need to make those. Do you have sufficient skill to make that in the first place?
Oh,
I mean no disrespect. I mean, if given time and appropriate materials, could you make that?
Yeah, I definitely can.
So in the meantime, let's put it this way. My friend Godrak would actually then like to lease this splint mail from you. Yes, my friend Godrak would like to lease this splint mail from you only long enough to then come back and procure what I believe to be significantly more expensive armor, which I'm assuming you would make a better margin on. So here's your option. You could try to fleece us here, or you could try to make better money then, because I'm a positive that that merchant probably could also sell us the plate just as easily as you could. So it's your call.
Roll persuasion. Yeah.
Not as sexy. Oh, well then you want me to roll it again because I'd have advantage.
Whoa. He starts to talk and chokes on his own spit. and he looks at you and he's like,
So it's just my
"So here's what I'll do. I'll sell the splint to you
okay.
at 200 gold. If
And buy it back.
it's not heavily damaged." When you want to pick up your plate, I will give you the $200 deduction from the plate.
Sounds fair enough, Godrak. I'd say you pay the man and
But understand, a full set of plate costs 1,500 gold.
absolutely.
And
we
it's
would never
going to take
quibble
30
on that.
days for me to make that.
Again, we would never quibble on. I mean, we want it to work well because we don't want to die while fighting monsters, saving the city from Abukia's almost endless
Ineptitude.
And if there's anything special you want done to the plate, it will add cost and length of time.
I mean, for me, I just need a hatch that I can pull up so that I can urinate, because getting stuck in this thing without the ability to just relieve yourself is absolute misery.
So I can make one plate at a time. I can't make both.
That's fine. Chances
So-
are that we might have him buy the plate and then have you refit the splint for me until you can then provide the other plate.
Okay. And he's like, in order, like, I don't have all the ingredients.
What are you
Typically,
missing in materials?
I don't like doing this. I Because I believe a craftsman should have everything on hand. I would need half up front on the plate, so I can buy everything to make it. So I'd be looking at $950 right now.
Ow.
Yeah. So I need another 600 gold.
And when we bring you back the 600, then you start the play, correct?
Yes.
Fair enough.
About right now, they just hear a howl from Nenny. And Nenny starts going their way, and the crowd's breaking up.
All right. So on to Nenny. Okay. Give him a couple of days, you'll have splint mill. He does call you in the back, starts making the measurements, putting some of the pieces on you and kind of going, okay. And he's mumbles something to his apprentice, and his apprentice writes it down, and he's just making sure it fits right and proper. And he's like, I obviously you guys like to knock some heads, so I don't want you guys to get hurt. I'd like to
It
see
could be your best customers.
Exactly. So Nenny, you are sitting there and you get down and you challenge. What do you say?
So I sit down and I see that there's some people around. So Nenny gets up, stands on the barrel that he sees there. And he probably asks whoever's there, hey, do you mind if I use this for a little bit? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So he stands up on it, says, come all. See if you can beat the one they call small. I issue a challenge to anybody who's brave enough and willing to put some money on it to see if they can beat me in an arm wrestle.
You get some people that look up, kind of shaking their heads. A lot of them laugh. You get
Hey,
a
you.
dwarf that looks at you and goes, I'll take that on. How much?
How much? Well, what you got?
Well, he looks at you. He goes, I could take you. I'm pretty confident. 10 gold. And he slaps
10
it on.
gold.
He slaps it on the barrel.
10 gold to match it. Let's go. Let's see how this goes.
All right.
I'm just getting warmed up. Okay. Oh, nice and
Strength
limber.
roll.
Strength roll.
Yep. So it's whatever your strength is with a modifier, right? So it's what,
Yep.
plus 3, plus 4?
Plus 4. Just straight strength, right?
Yep, straight strength.
And you've got a pretty good advantage there, buddy.
So you guys get in there, and then he grabs him. The dwarf grabs him. He's just big old bushy red beard, shaggy hair. He's got a helm. Both of them up there. He grabs it, grabs your arm. You're still a little. He has to adjust a little bit so your elbow can still stay down. And you go. He goes, ready when you are.
Well, Ryan must be feeling
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
And you, as you say 3, 2, 1, go, you just slam him down as hard as you can, right into the top of the barrel. And his eyes are wide. And he's like, oh dear. Oh. And you hear his buddies in the background just laugh loud. Just, oh! You got people!
And then he goes, woohoo! Listen. That wasn't fair. You weren't ready. I kind of counted too quickly. You know what? Let's double or nothing on that one. You okay with that?
He looks at you and he's like, sure.
Sure. All right.
He's hesitant on it. And
All
he
right.
pulls out 10 more. and slaps it down.
I pull out my 10 and put it there, and I say, "Let one of your friends be the one who says to go." So then, it's fair. Again, come on, come all. See if he can beat the one they call small.
All right.
All right, another strength.
Oh man, Nanny's going ham.
So his buddy goes, "Oh, come up," and he's like, 1, 2, 3, and he's got his hand on both your guys' hands, and he goes, "Go!" and he lets go. Same thing happens. Just wham! Right down to the thing, bounces back up, and the one that's did it, he just roars back laughing. Rorgan the Weak. That's your new name. And his buddies are just loving it. And he just kind of he sulks off a little bit to himself, and
Hey, Rorgan.
You could just hear him mumbling,
Hey,
"Damn halfling."
Rorgan. And I give him the 5 back from the second 10 he gave me. Thanks for getting things started, bud. I go up to him and I say that in his ear. Thanks for getting things started, bud. I appreciate it. Here's 5 gold back. And then he goes back.
He sulks off, and there's a very, very large human that gets up, and he's like, "I'll take you on, little one."
Now that's what I'm talking about. Come on, come all. See if this guy can beat the guy they call small.
And he sits down, and the dwarf goes, "Can I help?"
Yeah, please, come here.
So he gets you guys set. He puts his hand over his hand, and roll.
Here goes if I can get another good one. Yes.
So you guys get up there. You start to go, and you feel like you're gonna slam him down, but he catches you right at the very end, and he brings you up, and he gets you back there, and then you get back down. He gets you back up. His biceps are straining. He's sweating already. Veins are starting to pop, and finally, you just slowly get him down to where he hits the barrel. And he goes, "Oh," and he throws 5 gold on the barrel and goes, I'll be back," and he leaves.
Hey, okay. Hey, get your friends. Get them all to come. This is a lot of fun, guys. Come on, come on. Who wants to take on the one they call small? Do you have it in you?
Then
Dennis, I just find a stool or a crate or something to sit on and pull up to spectate.
All right. This
I'm
time you get
assuming that's after we're all done with the armor.
yeah.
Well,
You guys. This is all before you guys even get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another dwarf steps up. He's by himself. He's wearing a bear fur coat.
Oh, yes.
That he probably
he's
killed
got
with his bare hands.
Probably.
Long hair. His beard's long. Actually, his hair on his head matches the length of his beard. It's gray speckled, just all beat up, rough features on his face. A claw mark across one side. Squinting in one eye that you probably sure that he doesn't see out of. I will take you on.
Awesome. Come on, come on. Watch if this guy can beat the guy they call small. What's the wager this time?
He
Mr.
slaps 10
Dwarf,
gold down
one
as
eye?
well. 10 gold.
All right, 10 gold it is. Let's see what we got here. Whew. All right, who wants to start us off? Anybody?
The same dwarf is there, and he's going to do it again.
Okay.
He's loving this.
Where are these rolls when we're in battle? Where are these rolls when we're in battle?
So This one goes a lot like the one with the big tall human. And you get him, you go back and forth, back and forth. He almost gets you, and it's just as he's feeling confident, you feel him let up a little bit, and as soon as he lets up, he's slamming right back down. And he looks at you and he's like, double or nothing.
All right, double or nothing. I'm loving this.
I had you there.
Hey, One Eye, what's your name? What's your name? I don't want to call you One Eye. That's kind of mean.
Denane.
Denane. I'm going to have to hear the story of how you got those scars. But let's do this again. All right, and Mr. Dwarf Friend, go ahead and start us off here.
Okay, he does it.
Dude, Nenny.
You actually, on this one, as he goes 1, 2, 3, go. There's like, it feels like there's nothing there, and you literally throw him to the ground after you beat him. You just, it's just like his hand hits the top of the barrel, and you kind of hold on to it a little bit as he goes off the barrel and into the ground. And he gets up and he looks at you, and he shakes his head and he dusts off, and he's just swearing as he walks off.
Hey, I'll buy you a beer next time I see you, and we're going to talk about that scar on your face. I promise. I want to hear your story. Come on. See who can beat the one they call small.
So a woman steps up. Young
Oh no.
lady. Bald head, piercing blue eyes, very smooth white skin. You think that actually Lord Kyrus might actually dig this. This is something that, like, you're going, I got to introduce her. She sits down. She's very, very beautiful. She's strong, though. You can see that she's got a pickaxe in her bag that she has over one shoulder. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception.
She's also got 3 dogs that are with her as well.
This has got to be my low roll. Come on. Oh, crap. It's a decent roll as well.
You notice she has an extra finger on her right hand.
She's got 6 fingers on her right hand.
Yep. And she slaps that hand right down in front of you now.
Uh-huh.
And goes, I'll take you on.
Oh, my lady. Listen, I gotta ask a few questions before we get started. Sorry, everyone. Just give me 1 second. What is your name?
Alice.
Alice. I have a question for you. Can we make this wager a little bit different? If you win, what were you willing to bet on this?
Well, I figured I was going to do 10 gold like everybody else.
Awesome. If I win, keep your 10 gold. But I have a friend of mine who you have to spend an entire day with. If you win, I give you the 10 gold.
The ultimate wingman.
She looks at you. Who's this friend? Where is he?
Well, let me tell you a story. This friend of mine, I don't know if you're into the lordly type. His name's Lord Kyrus. If you've been around here for the last little bit, you've probably heard of him. He's kind of a big deal. He's a hero.
Find most lords are weak.
Oh, you would be pleasantly surprised with Lord Kyrus. But don't take my word for it. Let me show you. He and I are about the same strength. So let's see on the table how this works out. And if I win, but I want you to agree to this before we get started. If I win, a day of date with Lord Kyrus. If you win, I'll give you 10 gold.
Done.
All right. Come on. See if this lovely lady Alice can beat the one they call small.
And this is when you guys saw the as you guys are coming in. This is when you guys are coming in. Is when he's ready to take her on.
Okay. And roll. Oh shoot! Can I?
You rolled Dex.
Oh,
Roll Dex.
Thank goodness. I clicked on the wrong thing. I love this. For the story's sake, it's just great.
You guys are locked arm in arm. The dwarf goes 3, 2, 1, go, and you both are just bam, just, and you're actually getting concerned, right? You're going, uh-oh, uh-oh. And she looks at you, and she pulls out that 6 finger and lifts it up a little bit, and gives you a wink.
Over the
And
top.
you start going down a little bit. Then you come back. You're like, no, I'm not gonna let this happen. And you come back up a little bit. She gets you all the way back to the side, just crosses it over, and finally you hunker down and you come over the top and just barely get her to where she barely touches the barrel. She gave you more of a fight than any of the other guys did.
And with that is when you
Yep.
guys heard the wolf cry.
Yep.
So Alice, that was fantastic. Thank you. That was so much fun. We got to do this again. But how might I find you so that I can cash in on my winnings and you go on a date, entire day with Lord Kyrus?
I'm heading out to the mine tonight. I'll be there for a week. When I come back, I'll be either at the Hawkvag Inn, or if the room is available, I'll be at the Riverwalk.
Well, we will be at the Riverwalk. That's where we stay. So sorry, Dennis, 10-day or a week here?
It's a week.
Okay.
7 days.
All right. In 1 week, let's meet at the Riverwalk Inn. How early do you wake, Alice?
Well, I'll be coming off the mine, so I might imbibe a bit that night. I was probably, let's just say, about an hour after the sun rises.
Hour after the sun rises. Done. Riverwalk Inn, Alice. And you know what? You are a lovely lady. And I wink at her. Probably awkward as crap, because that's just how Nettie is.
She stands up, she pats you on the head. You're a cute little guy.
Ah, thank you.
He
All
walks off.
right, so I'm adding 40 to my gold.
Yep.
And that's when I pull up as they're paying. I'm like, oh, guys, what are you doing getting rid of all your gold? I was gaining some. What happened to you guys?
We got items.
Oh, you got items?
Josh, you're muted.
Josh.
Kyrus, you're muted.
That time you were muted.
I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like magic. Saving throws.
It is like saving throws. Godorak just put down a chunk of change, guys. What's going on here?
He's gonna get turned into a golem of iron.
Golem of iron.
Wow.
Hey, Dan, I still want to unload this leather armors. We didn't get a chance to do that yet.
I have no use for him, is what he says.
Hmm.
And he's like, have you tried the leather worker? He's at the market this week.
Yeah, he wasn't interested in it.
Yeah, that's it's just used. It's tough. I can see some patch jobs there. That's probably why I didn't like it.
I would say if you can just use it for scraps. Use it for scraps.
I'm actually surprised he didn't. He must have a lot of leather right now, which he may not need it. He's very picky. He's very particular in the type of leather he uses.
Hey guys. Hey guys, do you remember when we first got here, or early on, we went to the Traders Guild and sold some stuff? We could always try there if the leather guy doesn't want it. Just saying.
Yeah, that can work too.
By the way, Nenny does go around to everyone except for Kyrus. And he says, guys, these winnings, they're really partially due to you guys. So he gives 10 gold to each of you. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he gives 10 gold to each of you except for Kyrus. When he gets to Kyrus, he says, Kyrus, your portion of this is coming later. In 1 week's time, you have a day that you're not going to be with us. You've got it planned. It's already planned out. Sorry, you don't have a say in this. 1 day, and you have to be at the Riverwalks Inn 1 hour after sunrise.
Well, thank you, I guess, but I always have an option. Nenny.
No, Kyrus, listen. You don't have an option.
Yes.
This was already. Just listen to me. You're going to be at the Riverwalk Inn 1 hour after sunrise.
Okay.
Or else you would have had 10 gold right now. But your 10 gold is going to be it's worth the investment. How about this? It's worth the investment.
But look, Nenny, it's like 10 gold or my ridiculously awesome freedom to choose whatever I want to do today.
I'm just going to say the choice you're going to want to make. Her name is Alice. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Okay. I mean, again, Yanilla, Angela, Alice. I'll look.
In a week.
Alice
Yeah,
is
one
actually
day.
better looking than Angela.
But he doesn't know that.
Nenny knows that.
Oh, Nenny knows that. But Nenny's just going to listen.
Yeah, I mean,
Kyrus,
my understanding is this is some chick he just arm wrestled with.
Yeah.
Kyrus, have you ever have I ever led you astray?
No, we always turn right.
Let's go left.
Turn left.
Got him.
Yes. See, always go left. Anyway,
See, so we actually never go right, which means that no, yes, you've always. Okay, this is all confusing, but I'll give you a shot. I'm not a smart man, Nenny.
you guys all added your 10 gold, right?
Handsome.
Yeah.
Okay. I just removed the 30 for the 3 of you. Trust me. Kyrus, just do it for me. Trust me.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm in it for the wolf pack. For the pack.
Woo. Yeah. Wolf pack. All right. Whew, sweet. Well, what's the plan now?
The
Haunted
academy.
house? Well, yeah,
No,
the
the
academy.
academy. And while
You're right. You're right.
while I'm being taken care of, maybe Lord Kyrus can pay a visit to someone special.
Yeah, girl.
All right.
So,
So
Dennis, I grabbed some flowers or chocolates or whatever I can find there in the market.
Both.
Yeah. What's up?
we are sitting at 10:40,
Yes, we are.
and it is a time check, and I do have to work tomorrow. I think everybody else does too.
Not this
whatnot.
guy.
So
Not this guy.
this is a good stopping point
Okay.
for this.
Let's do it.
I'm down with that.
I know we didn't get a battle, but it was a fun night. So, yep.
Listen, items are battle, man. As long as my character gets closer to being better, we're good.
Kyrus has another lady to add to the list, so it's a
Boom.
success, even though he doesn't know it.
Increase. If this
And
were
everybody-
a Korean manga, I would have leveled up on my harem.
Thank you for tuning in. Truly appreciate everybody. And stay tuned for next week.